Hello, lovely people. This is Alicia coming at you with another tarot reading. This is for the new moon in Virgo occurring on Monday, September 2nd, 2024. If this message is finding you, then it's meant for you, and I hope that it resonates. So, the deck that we're going to be using today is the Druid Craft Tarot. And I am a really big fan of this deck. It's got a lot of Celtic influence, of course, because it's Druid Craft. And I love the imagery on this deck. So this is what we're going to go with for today. And let's get into it. Okay, everyone. Hello and welcome to this new moon in Virgo reading for September 2nd, 2024. So if you found this reading, this message is for you. Okay, so what I'm seeing here for our new moon is we've got the Knight of Wands. So being very precise with the actions that you're taking are going to bring a lot of success to you for this new moon. You are in a position where you are actively creating your own financial success and your own earthly stability. You're able to see above and beyond what other people are able to see and use that to your advantage. That's what she's got with, you see the hawk on her arm here, right? Like this falcon energy. And again, with that earthly energy, we have the Princess of Pentacles. So kind of really re-emphasizing that new ways of looking at how you're making money, new ways of creating financial security and earthly abundance in your life. So what I'm seeing for this really is you've got to figure out how to take the directed action though. So like you can see what you need to do and you can take the action as the first step and then work towards really setting yourself up for success and then thinking about how can I add on to this? How can I make something new happen with this in a way that maybe I hadn't considered before? Let's get a little bit more clarity. Okay, again, more Pentacles energy, 10 of Pentacles. Wow, this is so great. So 10 of Pentacles is really the pinnacle of financial success, right? So like we see here, this man, he's got his whole family here. This is what he really values. His family is all really happy. They're all fulfilled. They've got the dog. Like this is a whole big family legacy energy for this. We also have the Seven of Cups. So there could be a little bit of a potential of being too worried about what emotionally you're losing by stepping onto this new path and taking new actions that are going to propel your future forward. But keep in mind that you do still have this wonderful, beautiful emotional energy. And maybe it's something new that's coming to you or something that you don't realize is emotionally fulfilling. Do not get lost in the idea that what is behind you or what is in the past that was emotionally fulfilling did not serve its purpose. Because everything happens for a reason. You are where you are because you are in your power, right? See, he's got all of this red on. So he's in his power right now fully. And in his power, he has this beautiful gold cup with all of these gems on it. There's so much going on in that. And around him, it's so green and lush, right? But things have changed. So what he valued emotionally previously is not serving him anymore. So maybe take a moment to just like look at that for yourself. What does that mean to you? What is no longer serving you that you're letting go of, and like give yourself a moment to grieve it. But don't forget what you have with you right now is totally filling your cup. And finally, we're going to end with, we've got two that want to jump here. So we're going to do the Prince of Wands and the Four of Swords. So the Prince of Wands, it's interesting that there's the King of Wands and the Prince of Wands. So again, this like directed action like needs to happen here. Four of Swords, I think this kind of, I could see this tying into the Seven of Cups in terms of like swords are your thoughts, the way that you're thinking about something, right? And so he looks like he's just kind of sitting here, like he just got out of battle. He collected these swords from other people. He's figuring out like where are his thoughts going to take him next. So I could really see these cards like going together in that regard of like, okay, you're letting go of the emotional ties that are not serving you anymore. And now you're having to sit with your thoughts and be like, all right, now where do I go? like I'm in this vulnerable state. Like he's not really wearing any clothes, right? He's got a kilt on. He's got a sword across his lap. So that's kind of indicating to me that he's been protecting himself from things. So he's using his thoughts as a protection, right? And in some way, he's taken these swords from somebody else. So whether he's taken away thoughts, taken ideas that other people have given him, and now he's figuring out how to use them to his advantage, that could be what's happening for some of you right now. But I could also see this as he is collecting his thoughts in a way that's could be a little bit painful to him, because like if he were to just like move slightly, the swords would totally all just stab him, and these could all come crashing down at any moment, right? So like keeping your thoughts with you, but also being mindful of how your thoughts could be damaging to you if you don't take them in the right way, and using them for your power. So using your thoughts in a really positive way. I see like, don't really get too tied up in the past. Figure out how you can take action moving forward. And this again with the prince, we got the princess and the prince here indicating this like youthful energy about the situation. Like there's something new happening for you. And so you need to figure out ways that you can take action. And the prince in this one is really showing me that like, you know, obviously he's young, right? He's a prince. He's still in his power though, right? Like he's got a lot of powerful energy going on. His horse kind of looks like a pony. So it's really emphasizing that like youthful energy. And with youthful energy becomes new opportunities, new ways of thinking, new opportunities to take adventure and have adventure in your life. So maybe for some of you, it is actually going on some sort of adventure that's going to bring you new perspectives on things, change your way of thinking, let you let go of emotional ties that are not serving you anymore, and figure out how to really step into your power and use your actions for your highest and greatest good. And again, with the tower, I mean, I could see this also happening because if you're changing the way that you're relating to your emotions or things that have tied you down in the past, you are figuring out how you're going to take your thoughts and propel them forward in an action that is going to be a new way for you of taking action, a new way of you creating financial stability. Of course, there's a tower moment that's going to happen because the foundation of what you had before is changing, right? So the tower, yeah, definitely it's not a great card, but it also is a card that indicates that the structures that have been built need to crumble. So the foundation can be there, but the castle itself will change. So whoever was in this castle, like this has not been serving them. And for some of you, I'm getting this like isolation vibe of like, maybe you've been isolated, you've been putting yourself on this island and protecting yourself from the emotions that you don't want to look at. And you are being forced to deal with that now. And so it's interesting that that's kind of what's coming up for me in this reading, because again, that's kind of bringing me back to this Seven of Cups. Like you have previously been so tied to the emotional aspects of something that like now you're at a point where you're going to be pushed out of your comfort zone. Like you can't do that anymore. You can no longer be sitting on your island up in your tower because that's not working for you anymore. And you need to let that go. So you can stop worrying about all of these thoughts that have been harming you, figure out how you can take action in a new way in your life to master those actions and be able to create financial security and success for yourself, because that is on the horizon. But unfortunately, you kind of have to have a little bit of a tower moment. And tower moment doesn't mean your whole life is going to crumble and turn upside down, but it definitely means that there's a foundational aspect of you that is occurring right now that you are going to have to reevaluate. Okay, so there we have it, our message for new moon in Virgo, Monday, September 2nd, 2024. Again, if you found this message, I hope it resonated with you. And if you are enjoying my tarot readings or interested in any of my other content about how to help handle burnout in corporate, or just learn more about spirituality, breath work, and other things like that, please subscribe, give me a follow. It really means a lot to me. And I'll see you in the next one.